All right, everybody, welcome to today's stream. Today, um, I wanted to do something fun. I want to configure Vim from scratch. And in case you're wondering what I'm in, yes, I am in Arch Linux. I'm gonna prove that to you, really quickly. As you can see, I am running Arch Linux. And we're going to be configuring Vim, which is a terminal-based text editor. As you can tell, it looks really, really, um, um, really, really not nice out of the box. Um, so we're going to be configuring Vim today. And I always think when you want to configure something like I did with my i3 config, we should be thinking about what exactly we want. But we're gonna go ahead and brainstorm what we want really quickly. Turn this to dark mode, because that's what all the cool hackers do. We're going to talk about what we want. So, oh, and also, by the way, after we configure Vim, we're going to be reacting to some Linux memes and things. And also might be making my website in org mode, but we'll talk about that next. So we're going to make a hollow, like a rectangle. This is basically our workspace for our terminal, or what we want our Vim to look like. First thing I want is when I'm editing, I want like a file tree with all my files and stuff, all my files and all that. I want a file tree. I'm using my mouse right now because I don't feel like a Wacom tablet. So you want to make a file tree here. Because I really want when we start up like a cool like text, like Vortex Viking or something. And by the way, the only Vim motions I know right now, I'll just show them to you really quick. You know what? I'm just going to Vim into a document I made. Yes, I know I spelled coding wrong. Python slash practice. Nope, it's slash alarm underscore clock dot py. Oh, you know what? Just I'll just open up my file documents. Yeah, and here it is, alarm clock. So I'm just putting that in. This term I hate so much. Anyway, you know what? The only commands, I'll just make a blank file. I'll just type some stuff, and I'm gonna call this. Just make it user bin bash. And really the only Vim commands I know are the write in. Okay, you want me to write it to indicate sage. The only commands I know are like the I for insert, the HJKL movements, and the O for insert. And I only know that if I type in echo hi and then exit, I can go back and type like DD to delete words at a time in the whole line. So that's really all I know about Vim commands. That's what we're also going to be learning Vim commands from scratch. I think since what I should be do actually So I should install screen key so you can see what keys I'm typing. Pacman -s screen key. And yep, we can install screen key. And be in the same workspace I have OBS in. So screen key. Now let's go space 3, and if yeah, you can see my key binds now. That's good, because I'll be using a lot of key binds. Okay, so first, yeah, so we have our file tree, and then I just want, so we have our file tree, and next what I just want is a file tree, and then I want an AI plugin that kind of like lives here. Essentially, just like AI, there's like open AI API keys. Yeah. And then I want something like on the startup screen. I want to be able to see like other like projects and stuff, and then like click on them just to go to them right away. That's really all I want out of a NeoVim config, to be honest. So first things first, I'm just going to when people are here. So what I'm just going to search for is file tree or Vim, and there's one here apparently. Nerd tree. Pantheon, how do I your favorite plugin manager? Oh, I need a plugin manager. Okay. Best Vim plugin manager. Vim plug or min. Do min pack, it sounds better. Minimal package manager for 8. Installation. Minpack should be installed under pack minpack opt. First, it's just a one little command. Sample vim.ro. I don't like dealing with RC files. I hate dealing with. Which one did I have? Yes, we just paste it. And yay. I'll see which directories. 2 terminals. 1 and 3 and 1 and 4. You know what? So that and so we want. I'm just gonna go down. You know what? Go back to 3, and I'm just going to. I want to be my home directory, so ls, and then I'm just gonna grep for vim. Grep vim rc cd dot dot. Now run that. Now cd dot dot again, and now again, and now cd dot dot again, and now run this command. Okay, so there is no vim rc. So we're just gonna go for the one that sounds extremely lame and called plug. Biscuit. Minimalistic Vim package. Special thanks to super slow animation Warp Terminal. Anyway, screw you, Warp. Vim plug, a minimalistic Vim plugin. Pros. I don't care about you. I just want to install it. Usage. Add a Vim plug section to your Vim RC or your NeoVim. Begin the section with call plug begin. List the plugins with the plug. End the section with calls. How do I install it? Get better docs. Okay. There's a Vim script. Well, I don't want your commands. How do I install this? Post updates. Plug install. It's to install plugins. How do I install this? Let's see. Is there a wiki? Yeah, wiki. Ooh, yay, someone merged. Anyway, Vim plug tutorial. Installing. How do I install the actual thing? Distributed as a Vim script file. What is this? Just tell me how to install it. Don't tell me how to install plugins. Tell me how to install the actual thing. Please. Please. Oh, by the way, I'm recording on the HyperX Quadcast review coming with that soon. Double check. Is anybody watching? Okay. Anyway, this is a record of my pains. Minimalistic design. Oh, finally! Download plug.vim and put it under the autoload directory. See the instructions. For Vim, Unix. So this is macOS or Linux. So we're just going to copy yeet. And now with 3, go to my workspace, Control Shift B, paste and hit enter. All yes it did, as you can tell here. Number 2, go back. Yoink. Add a Vim plug section to your Vim RC. So move the CD back to my home. And ls is there a Vim RC. Oh, that's why I wasn't seeing it before when I was LSing, because it's a dot file. ls, and we have to do lather, is what I always like to do. Type that into grep, and then dot, yeah, dot Vim RC. Remove the grep. You know what? I'll just grep for Vim. There's Vim info and dot Vim. Let's Google search. Is dot Vim the same as itself? I need to make it the dot. Yes. Dot Vim the same as dot Vim RC. The difference between Vim RC and underscore Vim from Vim RC to dot Vim. Whether Vim RC or dot Vim slash Vim RC. CD and dot. Oh, dot Vim is it 3 now for ls. CD into auto load. Well, this is Vim RC. And then I'll follow the CD to back. There are Vim RC. There ain't. If I CD dot CD dot CD. Wait, no. CD into dot Vim. Now if I ls lather. Okay, so there ain't no Vim RC. So let's Google. Scroll in. There are dot Vim RC and dot Vim / Vim RC. I don't have either of those. Where is my Vim config? In my .config? By the way, that's video me getting to later. CD dot CD into home / dot big ls. No, we don't need a lather. These aren't hidden. There's no Vim. So where is our Vim config? So there's no Vim RC. So I'm just gonna be dumb. Normally am. I don't want. And I'm just back to that third workspace. possibly getting back. And let me cd.dot. I'm just curious if I do ls.dot, will it list everything in the so cool. Okay, that's nice to know. So that's the last ladder. So Vim RC should be here. Gotta check one more time. There's Vim info. Vim. I'm just gonna touch into the file. This is dot Vim C. Now we just click terminal, run that plus again, and there is dot. Okay, before we go, I'm just gonna search is Vim info the same as Vim RC. Vim only is like the cache. What is in.vim? Okay, so I'm just gonna put everything in the Vim RC that we just made. Okay, so we have Vim plug installed. Next, I'm just going to see how to install a Vim plug. And the following to your Vim RC. And back, we're going to Vim into .vim RC. Now, paste. Oh, don't tell me I have to write. So, into the second workspace, go to the second workspace. This out, call plug the hash in, and then parentheses. Well, also, I do want autofill for quotes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plug double single quotes res m / nerd tree. And then you just call, you know what, to show off this one little trick that everybody should know. Now we just yank it, go back down, and paste it, write file. And I'm going to command Q. Yes, I will close it. Back to the third workspace. And enter again and do it. If I do I type in nerd tree? Should it be there? No, a command called nerd tree. I guess we'll have to go to the use instructions. After installing nerd tree. Best way to open it is quick help. Spelled it wrong. Nerd tree. That's such bad spelling. I don't want to have. Maybe I can edit it. So it's nerd and then tree. No command. We do have to like restart Vim. Oh, I forgot to run plug install. Okay, that makes sense. To run plug install. So plug and go just back. That is a cap I and then install. No plugin to install. Okay. Add according to its onto your VimRC. Maybe it's not supposed to be a dot file. And what if I we're gonna move dot vim RC to just vim RC. Fix it. Now feed him again. Now do package install. What was the command? I already forgot. Plug install. Plug. No command found plug install. It worked a few minutes ago. Why is it? Well, it said it was found. Plug install. Plug install. On editor command. What if I just quit? Exclamation mark. Right and quit. Something. Exclamation mark. Just exit the terminal and relaunch the terminal. Now them again, and now try plug install. Okay, you know what? I have Typecraft's NeoVim config. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go to my .config and just delete his config and remake my own NeoVim config and just do it in NeoVim instead of Vim. Because that's what everybody else does. So neofetch and Vim XR, and I'm just going to yite all of this. I'm just going to create a new document. It's gonna be init. And now we try in Vim. You enter and Vim. Yep, normal old Vim and Vim. So I'm just gonna install plug install vimplug for NeoVim. Yeah, now for NeoVim. Okay, where's NeoVim? Oh, vimplug. And by the way, I'll go ahead and edit the stream description when I'm done with this, or at the end of the stream, or in a like Git comment somewhere. Anyway, I'll have my dot files when I'm done with this available. So installation, NeoVim on Unix and Linux. Boink. Why am I using my mouse? Should I like get rid of my mouse for the rest of this video or something? When I press button, I might Control Shift V. Control Shift. The other word. I am a family-friendly person. Anybody watching? No. Nobody's watching. Okay. So I'm just gonna yeet that Reddit thread out. Okay, now we have, we have to. Okay, so this is just example plugins. Actually, let's see what plugins he has. Easy Align, tag it. No, I want to do it from scratch. I don't want examples. Now, Nurtry. How do I open Nurtry on Mac? Starts. Okay, so first we install it. With vimplug. And I'm on the NeoVim version. There's the NeoVim version. Okay. No, maybe this is only for what's the word? Vim. Okay, we're gonna lurk NeoVim file tree. It's really funny how everybody calls what's called nvim tree here. Oh, that's awful looking. That's terrible. I hate that look of that file tree. Yeah, it's the only. Maybe I can configure it to have the cappuccino color scheme. Set up the plugin in it. This is ugly, disgusting. Patch font. What's that? Oh, a nerd font? I already have a nerd font. NVim tree. The installation. And we just add this to our init.lua. Installation. I want to use the NeoVim plugin. Vim plug. We put this in our this is in, I believe, let's see, cd into config slash nvim cd into slash config slash nvim cd into the dot slash config and cd into nvim. Now ls. It's only the init.lua. I'm just gonna hope and then into our init.lua and just paste this. It's not what I wanted to paste. We want to oink. Why are you not pasting when I just copied? Maybe it's something to do with speed. Go 2, and I'm just going to copy it with the mouse. Control C. 2, 3. I mean. Now passed. Oh, okay, that's why. He's doing that to me. That's why. The 2. Copy that. Back and paste it. Paste it. You know what? I'm just gonna do the same thing I did. Shift 2. Into this workspace. Into this workspace. Not trying to my ugly OS. Is that actually the resolution you're looking at? So bad for you. And now we just have to type it in all manually, and it's gonna be a pain. So, and I also want number lines. I feel like that's important. I hate these ugly tildes. It's awful looking. So plug, single quotes, nvim. So nvim dash tree slash nvim tree.lua slash nvim tree.lua. Assuming I need to have that file downloaded, I'll do that. nvim tree and Lua, and then oh, that's a different plugin, man. It's optional. Plug. Oh. Okay, so that's the and then web devcon. So that's icons. And that's optional. So just to make sure it works, I'm just gonna do that too. So plug, double single quotes, and then free slash and then dash web dash div. And now just should 3. Now there's an operating system package like AU. Oh, that website. Oh, I hate to look at the website. Okay, code. I'm gonna look at the code because I really want to enable 2FA. Leave me alone. Okay, so there's a file. Okay, your file need to download or something? Now, what if I go back to NVIM? Everwell processing home slash dd slash dot file slash m and Everwell calling Lua chunk. Attempting to call global plug back traceback. Here coming. Enter. So that didn't work. Was it vim plug? Vim. I installed vim plug for NeoVim, right? Did I? Did install it. Yeah, I remember clicking on installation. Where is the installation? Did this command. That weird. I'll just run this command one more time. And but I installed it. You know what? I'm gonna go back and see if there's any extra steps like post install stuff. Vim. Okay. So this is what makes stuff. So let's copy this whole. Okay, so these are packages. This part looks like this is what makes it work. So copy this. With and then into init.lua. Enter to continue. Paste. What? Same thing. Meta shift 2 back. Second workspace. Type it in on man. Okay. So bum 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 bum. Ding dong dong ding. So local Vim is equal to Vim. What's the point of that? Yes, I don't know. Ask the developers. And then here, local plug is equal to Vim dot function, and then double square brackets, and then single quotes, and then plug hashtag. And then we do Vim and then call. This is Lua, so I know a little bit of Lua. I know I've watched like hour and a half of a 2 hour course. And then this is then we call our plug hashtag begin, and then write that all the way down to the end. And then we, at the end, we do vim, and then we call that function, and then we do our parentheses, single quotes, and just say plug. And then we just do vim.command, and then we do parentheses, quotes, how we do silence, exclamation mark, okay, that's for a color scheme, so we don't need this line. But we might only go to install cappuccino. And vim again. Oh, I hope, you know what? First thing I want to do is make that font bigger. Change font size. Increasing font size. And I want to change the font size. Init dot. You know what? Since nobody's watching, nobody saw me fail. We're going to just hit this. Like I never actually failed trying to do NeoVim, and I'm just going to install Space. In case you don't know what Spacemacs has the Vim key bindings. It's just basically a better version of normal GNU Emacs. So all you want to do is just delete all your .emacs, your .emacs.d. You want to go into your .config and delete your Emacs directory here, and yoink, on. You can close out that and go back to your workspace, and then we're going to either install Spacemacs, which looks like this. I know a bit more than I know Doom. But I'm willing to learn Doom. Actually, I originally started with Doom, but then I just couldn't figure it out. And then there is Doom Emacs, which is since nobody's here to tell me what to do, I'm just going to install Spacemacs. We just copy this, yoink, and we just go to our workspace, enter our terminal. Yoink. Oh, while this installs, I'm gonna go make some tea because I'm not allowed to have coffee later in the day because I'm 14. So I'm gonna go make a cup of tea. I mean, it's done installing now, but I want tea, so I'll see you when I'm done with my tea. And it's gonna be a little black screen, but I'll come back and mute the mic. Dun dun dun! Doink. Okay, so I installed Spacemacs, as you saw. And if I launch Emacs, it should launch Spacemacs. And here we can select whether we want Emacs controls or the Vim controls. I want the Vim and I want the standard version. Right, that's gonna install, and while we wait, I just want a cat Luchin theme for Spacemacs. Dot Spacemacs. And cappuccino theme. Okay. I'm just gonna search for Spacemacs theme gallery since there's not. Spacemacs themes. I don't like just those two. You mean Spacemacs themes mega pack?
Hi, Timothy Unkert here. In this video,
Oh,
I'm
it's
going to show you how
Tim.
to install additional themes for Spacemacs. So yesterday's video, I went through the install Spacemacs, and let's pull it open there, larger so you actually see what I have. I have Spacemacs Dark, Spacemacs Light, Alt theme here. And if I do Alt X and go to
Technically, in the original documentation, it's actually meta.
let's see, customize themes right here. You'll see that I have, let me make this a little bit larger so you actually see what I have. I have Spacemacs Dark, Spacemacs Light,
The tea's good, by the way.
Add
English
Weta,
breakfast decaf.
Deeper Blue, Dichromacy Luaven, Light Blue, Mono Dark, Mysterioso, Tango Dark, Tango, TSDH Dark, Light, Wheatgrass, Whiteboard, and Wombat. Those are the default themes, except for the Spacemacs Dark and the Spacemacs Light. But let's say you wanted to add a lot of the new cool themes. Well, there's a way we can do that. So let's go to Dear Ed again, and let's fool around with our Spacemacs.
Did you say Dear
Go
Ed?
to Dear Ed again as well. But let's say you wanted to add a lot of the new cool themes. Well, there's a way we can do that. So let's go to Dear Ed again, and let's fool around with our Spacemacs, or our .spacemacs file, which is a config file for Spacemacs. And I'll make this larger for you. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to go down here. Let's hopefully we didn't go too far. Maybe we did. Let's go to the top. We want to go to the configuration layers. Let's just search for them.
What did he search?
Here we are. Right. We want to go to the configuration layers. Let's just search for them.
We'll look at the Emacs keyboard shortcuts because I don't really know many of them.
Here we are, right in front of my face. Okay, so right here, the configuration layers. All right, so anywhere in here, we're going to want to make a line. So I'm going to just go down here, put a line, and I'm going to type in themes and then mega pack. Okay, and then I'm going to save the file, and I'm going to quit and restart Spacemacs here. And you'll see here that it's contacting basically the non-GNU packages source, and it's going and it's downloading 96 themes. So there's going to be basically 100 themes. So I'm going to pause the video for a moment, and then I'll show you how we set one up. So
okay, so that was here. So I'm just going to go to my favorite editive Now let's search for my Emacs. And what he didn't mention is that they get directly to your configuration once this is done. Oh, I see it's not done doing the init install. You just do like space FE and then D to get back to your config.
Anywhere in here, we're going to want to make a line. So I'm going to just go down here, put a line, and I'm going to type in themes and then mega pack. Okay. And then I'm going to save the file, and I'm going to quit and restart Spacemacs here. And you'll see here that it's contacting basically the non-GNU packages source, and it's going and it's downloading 96 themes. So there's going to be basically 100 themes. So I'm going to pause the video for a moment, and then I'll show you how we set one up. Okay, I'm back, and it gave me a message that Spacemacs is ready. So we're going to pick one of these themes and set it as default. So I'm going to run Alt-X and customize themes here, which was my last command. And here we go. All right, so
okay, that's nice.
You'll
A lot
see
of themes, like a lot.
We're loading up quite a few themes here. There's Zanakai Blue, Zanakai Red. Let's see what Zanakai Red is. Let's just hit enter and do yes, yes. And we'll see. Okay, that's kind of a pink theme. Interesting. Probably not one I'm going to pick. There's Zenburn. Okay, let's load that one. And you have to confirm that you want to load these because they're written in eLisp, so they could run something, but I'm going to trust Spacemacs here. We've got Granger. I believe that's like a Monokai type theme. Okay, yep. So we can pick a bunch of these themes. Subatomic 256. I don't know what that is. Let's do that. Just sounds cool. All right, let's say, well, let's pick a little bit different theme. Let's pick Solarized Dark here, because that'll you'll be able to tell when I reload it that it's solarized. Okay, so picking solarized. All right, that's a good solarized. So I'm going to go back up to the top of the document here and just go down and click Save Theme Settings. And it said Custom Themes saved for future sessions. I'm just going to exit out, and I'm going to show you when we start back up. Initially, I think it should pop like the regular theme that you have, and then it'll become solarized. So let's watch this. So regular theme, and then we give it a moment, and it goes to solarized. All right, so now I've got the solarized theme. So it does take a moment to start up. Now remember, I'm filming as well, so that's causing it to be a little bit slower, but it takes a moment, and then it pops on your theme.
Woohoo! Done? Yeah, it is. So we just do space FED. Boom! In that config. And then configuration layers is right here. So, and also that while we're here, I would like to enable Markdown. I do need Git. Auto completion is very important to me. I also want org. Oops, I did the wrong part. And I also want spell checking, syntax checking, and version control. And just make one here. I'm just gonna do themes mega pack. This is a comment, and it was themes dash mega pack. And then we just write and quit. And we just open up Emacs again. And it's refreshing the package archive. And I believe now it should be installing those themes. just gonna go back to that video and just double check that we actually typed the right thing.
Let's go to the top. Here we are, right in front of my face. Okay, so right here, the configuration layers. All right, so anywhere in here, we're going to want to make a line. So I'm going to just go down here, put a line, and I'm going to type in themes and then mega pack.
That we typed in the right thing. Okay, so it's getting all the themes in my Git stuff. So let's react to some videos while we wait for our Emacs. And we're just gonna, I picked this video, Linux memes that will make you hate Windows. Apple or something, IDK I use in a rotten apple. Wait, it's on the wiki. Newbie experience user, always have been. That's funny. That's really. Actually. Me, I will just try out Arch, and I won't tell anyone about it. Me 30 minutes later. I use Arch, by the way. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this wiki. Doesn't matter how you pronounce Azure as long as you use Linux. When people say Azure, it's Azure. Windows, Big Chungus, Linux. Get it. Full app Alan's Google searches. You mean he doesn't have a Google account? Check his Facebook message. No Facebook either. This guy spends 12 hours a day on his computer. What does he do all day? No cell phone activity. Does this guy not have friends? Check his IP logs. It's all encrypted. This guy uses VPNs and Tor. He will just hack into his PC through a Windows backdoor. The boys that NASA gave us. What is Gentoo? This kernel is deep lobbed to. They're just another day. What does that say? Just another day at r/pager Linux. And once again, asking for help with my broken Manjaro KDE install. Uni, I don't need to sleep. Extra called, by the way. Finally, by the way, won't cringe. Use Arch by burned out using sunlight. What's so funny about these? These aren't funny. Mom, cancel my appointments. Pac-Man destroyed my Zork config again. Stupid. No. You can't just customize your entire desktop without patching your entire system or break all programs. Linux desktop environment scope. These aren't funny. They're not. When you run CD to the image, a USB drive, like this. Debian, everyone. Please, no. What is this? It's like saying, like, the cat left this on the plate. Like, the food on the plate. That's everyone. That's a Debian logo. That's like the. Please, no. That's more cringe than funny. Desktop. Direct download. Linux download. Snaps are annoying, I know. Game devs. We don't intentionally try to stop you from playing our games on Linux. We just need EAC to prevent cheating. Linux community. Okay, we found a way for EAC to run under Wine game devs. You weren't supposed to do that. That's funny. Max or something. I don't know. I use Vim. That's really the worst joke I've ever heard. How to fix any computer. Windows step 1 reboot. Did that fix it? not proceed to step 2. Format hard drive and reinstall Windows. That's probably a true statement, to be honest. Apple, take it to the Apple Store. Did that fix it? If not, proceed to step 2. Buy a new Mac. Linux, step 1. Learn to code in C, recompile the kernel, build your own microprocessor out of spare silicone you had lying. Okay, then it's just a bunch of ridiculous stuff. I group I refracted life. Did that fix it? If not, proceed to step 2. Revert back to using Windows or a Mac. That one was actually flat pack or something. IDK. I use Pac-Man. That's actually funny. It's a flat package. I'll have like some dumb laughing sound at the edit. When it's your funeral, but there are people in the funeral who still don't know you use Arch. Making fun of death. It's not funny. Gardner the Linux gamer or something. I don't know. I don't get that. Am I just like don't keep up? Ubuntu Unity. GNOME. You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you back to me? That's actually kind of fun. Someone using GNOME or someone or something. IDK. I use i3 Window Manager. I use i3 Window Manager. The person who uses GNOME is like, what is GNOME? No, if you use GNOME, you don't really know you're using GNOME. Yes, I'm a Linux user. How did you know? ThinkPad connected to servers. i3 is not awesome. Is not awesome Window Manager. Change my. That's so. It's because awesome is another window manager and i3 is a window manager, and they're saying i3 is not an awesome window manager, and i3 is not the awesome window manager. Please. Installing Arch isn't actually that hard. You just copy some commands from the wiki. I don't get it. Minus tech tips. Can you call Core i9 100K for cheap? Why the wage? What is wrong with all these memes? These aren't funny. Really not. That was disappointing. Like, that was really actually not entertaining. Like, really, it wasn't. Warning. EVA collection must not set the nail before loading evil. I just quit Emacs. Relaunch Emacs! And now what if I go to, what was it? Oh, X? Was it custom? You know what? Who cares about themes? We're not. Why don't you just live with defaults? Like, why are people not content with defaults? I just want program to work. That is all. That is really all I want. I just want it to work. Now let me just find that place, the custom themes. Did I make it? Yeah, just boink. There. We have our space packs. You know what? Since there's nothing else to do, let's just go to the Space Max wiki and learn about space. We're gonna type in a wiki. Wiki. Space Max. Space. Okay. Gentoo. Who uses Gentoo? I'm just gonna go to their website. Just going to their website. Twitter. Documentation. Ah, the light mode. Oh. Website needs fixing. Ooh. Since this isn't working, what if we try Elfie? And, so in case you don't know, Emacs has a ton of stuff. Like it has Emacs Web Browser. It's actually what it's called. And you can go to like duckduckgo.com, and then you can like actually search the web. I can type in like let's think. We can go to the how to uh, how to use Elfeed in Emacs, and then we'll literally um go, and then you can escape, and you can literally use Vim key linings to browse the web. And then like we can go to this Make Tech Easier article, and we can like literally just like read articles and stuff in our browser. So isn't it great? Elfeed is a lightweight, powerful RSS reader. So let me pause. Be back. Okay. So let's see. How do we launch it? I know it exists, but I don't know how to launch it. Yes, I know I can access my email. I'm not setting that up here because press Alt X, type L feed. So what is it? X L feed, but nothing shows up. Feed. Is there like RSS? Or feed reader? Feed mail. Feed mail. Feed mail. What's that? Feed mail on the queue. Oh, so okay. So with so there's L feed. Uh L feed. Let's see. I didn't get anything. Is L feed in space? So it's lfeed/org. The lfeed layer and the install. There's nothing here. Add it to your space mats. You need to add lfeed to your dot space mats. Okay. Why does everything have to be so hard? Why can't I just type in a script, one of your commands, set up feeds with org, install, already installed, set up with org, recommend to manage org files, lfeed org. And I add this to the DOS specimen configuration. So we just go app base fed, and we just paste that in. What is this? Not letting me move. My mouse being slow. My why my command's not working? Why my mouse isn't working? You know what? It's not working. Force quit. Force quit. I should. You know what? I'm do what I've never wanted to do. X kill. Not found. Wait. It's frozen. My force quit isn't working. If I restart R3. Yeah. Frozen. Alive? Let me check something quick. I had 3 videos today. There that metadata was incorrect, though I made it correct. But here is my Space Max not working. You know, I've been on the hunt for a perfect text editor. I always liked Space Max best. Like a lot. Speaking now that I can't even force close it, kind of made me lose trust in Space Max. That's been sad. Can't even talk. Speaking that I spent all that time trying to get the themes and my feeling Space Max. So, honor of Space Max Trust Funeral. We're gonna be searching for best text editor. I you know what? Let's talk about this for a second. I have always liked Notepad. I've always liked Notepad plus plus. Like a lot. My favorite text editor. I never stand how is why it's not on Linux. Well, I do. Because it uses what's called a Win32 API. And basically what an API is, it's basically allows you to fetch a data from another source into your program. So, like, if you have that Win32 API, Notepad++ needs for like its Windows stuff, idle bars and all. The Win32 APIs the Win32 for the Windows. What's always been weird to me is that for the API, basically allows you to fetch that data without having to hard code it back in yourself. What I have never understand is, right now I'm on i3, right? I'm on i3 window manager, which is powered by Xorg. This was made before X, by the way, like in the 90s. It's powered by Xorg. And that has a Xorg API. I've never understood. I would be really happy with Notepad++ out of the box with my text editor, to be honest. I love it that much. I almost actually tried reinstalling Windows just for Notepad++. And it didn't work because I need a second drive from the stupid driver to protect my stupid Samsung SSD. It's really annoying. I'm stuck with Linux. So, I have my Xorg API. Why can't I'm on i3, which is powered by Zorg, and and also there's things like KDE, which is powered by X11, and then there's GNOME. Sorry, I'm writing with my mouse, which is powered by GTK. Those all have developer APIs. Why can't the Notepad++ developer, the Notepad, I'll just draw a little notepad. Why can't the Notepad++ developer take API, each of these, make a base script, just a basic script, and just enter the API for each of them, and then allow it to work cross-platform. Might be more complicated than that, but that's always what I've wondered about Notepad++. Why can't you just have a script that runs off a few APIs? That might be really hard, but I really want it. Probably shouldn't be too hard on Spacemacs, because probably what's going to end up happening is that just I'll restart my computer and it'll work again. But why can't Notepad++ be on Linux? Yes, there's Notepadac. There is Notepadac. Notepad, QQ, whatever you want to call it. But that's no longer developed. Then you have Notepad. Sorry about my bad writing. Then you have Notepad Next. But this has been around for multiple years. It's only on release 10.10a. Why? You've been around for like 3 years and you're only on 0.1a. How have you not developed? Like, literally, you just go to their GitHub. Go to github.com and then, nope. I know I'm just searching for it. Notepad Next. You know what? No, I didn't see that. Notepad Next. Well, the first thing that's going to show up is their GitHub page. We go to their GitHub page on release 0.10 that was updated January 15th. They have 42 contributors, and they don't even have dark mode. I would use it if they had dark mode. It has like the recorder, and it looks I love it so much. But it just is only on release 0.10. It's just garbage. It's not good. I would use it if you had 0.1. You're literally only on 0.10, and you don't even have dark mode. Like, what is wrong? And it's the same thing with Notepad QQ. Look it up. Notepad QQ. And if we go to their GitHub, that's the most reliable place. Anyway, Notepad QQ. Their last update was 4 years ago, and they have 60 contributors. They're only on their beta, and they've been around for 7-ish years, and they don't even have dark mode. It's just like they start up, they're good, and then they die. That's sad. I even made a pull request somewhere. It was opened. Where is it? On it made. Or is it an issue? Anyway, you can see they're still getting pull requests, but since the and yeah, so there's none of that. Could just use GNU Emacs. Let's do that. We're gonna go ahead. This is so sad. Okay, we're just gonna go to Nemo. And delete these. Spacemax. Spacemax.mv. Config. Eat Doom. And find your Emacs folder. There isn't one. And if I need a second workspace, still space. Oh, but now it's working. Oh, we convened. You know what? Ship you. Quit. And I can't quit. I can't quit either of these windows. It's really annoying. I just want to use GNU Emacs. I'm gonna do that. Gonna use GNU Emacs. I don't care what DT says, but you're not getting as many features. I just want something that works. Really, that's really all I care about. I don't wanna, for some reason my stream started 2 times ever since I restarted i3. So we're just gonna watch this video why I use Vim in 2022 by the in Primeagen. I want to let you know I hate Vim so much. I hate it. Try configuring it, it didn't work. I also just don't like Vim. I like Emacs or Nano. Bog made a video. Watch it.
So I use Vim, and I use it for everything. I use it in the large code bases at Netflix and for all the stupid things I program on stream.
Yeah, you're
so
stupid
why
thing.
do I use it? Obviously, in 2022, there is just
Hey, Primeagen. Take back what I said about Vim if you like and subscribe to my video.
Many editors I could be using, right? VS Code is
You need to like and subscribe too, by the way.
Insanely popular. IntelliJ is insanely powerful. Atom is still funny when people actually use it.
Why do people use Atom? It was deprecated 3 years ago.
Sublime apparently is making a comeback, so why would I use Vim in 2022? Obviously, people have very strong feelings about it. This guy on Twitter had very strong feelings about it. And of course, people on Twitch are baffled at this fact. Stop. So I want to break this question up into 2 parts. Why do I use Vimotions and why do I use Vim? I think they can be answered a bit differently. So first, why do I use Vimotions? Well, it started about 10 years ago when I decided that I was pressing Control, Shift, and the carrots, and I was so fast.
Live still.
Just moving all around and highlighting and all that. And one of my friends said, you know what? You'd actually probably be pretty good at Vim. Now, my first Vim experience, of course, actually unironically involved me powering down the computer because I had no idea how to get out of it. That is not a joke. I am a meme. So when he told me that I should use Vim, I was pretty skeptical, honestly. Like, I didn't think I was going to like it at all. So I was like, all right, how about we both do it for a week? And he agreed, let's do it for a week. So I installed the Idea Vim plugin for IntelliJ because I figured, okay, that was what Vim was. I didn't even realize, Anyways, I used that for about a week, and about the end of the week, I could tell, oh, I'm going to be way faster than I was with the Control and the Shift and the key and the arrows and right? Like, I'm going to be way faster. This is awesome. At that point, I didn't even know half of the Vim motions available. I was already feeling really, really good. And so for me, I think using Vim motions, I think anyone should do that, right? If you're editing a lot of code, it just makes sense to be able to edit it in the most efficient manner possible. I know people are like, well, most of the time I spend thinking. Well, I mean, there are times I spend thinking, and this is very, very true. There are times where I'm just like debugging or thinking or navigating and just like looking at stuff. And efficiency doesn't matter. But there's also plenty of times that I'm just building. I know what I want to build. I have an idea in my head. I have a pathway, and it just involves me writing a ton of code out. And so, yes, Vim motions really do speed up that process. But why use Vim in 2022? Well, first off, you get hired more. But second, I think it's best to kind of tell you a little bit of a story. When I was younger, 2016, I was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I only had 2 kids at that time. I remember going to my coworker's desk, Anders, and asking him a question about like, hey, this thing in Netflix, I'm not really sure what's going on. And he proceeded to open up Emacs, which of course I immediately laughed at him for. But then he just moved so fast. He was
That's a personal offense, you insulting Emacs. How dare you?
jumping. He was bobbing in and out of the files, and I was massively impressed. And I thought, holy cow, I have to learn this skill. And at the exact same time, a friend of mine who does stream on Twitch, some coding guy, you may have seen him, he also was using Vim, and he was navigating, and we were kind of exploring some parts of the JavaScript engine, and I was just like, oh my goodness, I don't have this superpower. Like, I am terrible at navigation. Like when I use a computer, I'm in there, it's slow, I'm clicking around with my mouse, and I just remember feeling I'm missing this entire world, right? I've always just thought, oh, only like old weirdos use Vim. You know, all the cool kids use IntelliJ. Yeah, I like IntelliJ. Okay, I don't like VS Code.
Okay, Space Max is working again on this window. What if I quit it? Watch it. Yep, it's still Space Max.
I'm just never gonna like VS Code. You know, that's what I thought. And
You know, I've been coding for like, let's say maybe 2 years at the most. When I had my Windows laptops, and I've honestly used VS Code for like, basically I recently stopped VS Code and went to Emacs and Vim. And VS Code is very, 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 very solid, and I don't want you insulting VS Code.
And finally, a coworker, Yunong, came to me and just said, hey, yo, I'm going to set you up and I'm going to help you kind of get started with Vim because I think you're really going to like it. And really, that's what the real G's use. So I was like, oh, yeah. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready now. I've seen what people can do. I know I do not possess this power of fast navigation, really just being where you want at the speed of thought. And man, that first month, I was slower. I didn't like it. Things felt, foreign. Like I just didn't quite recognize where I was at, but it did not take long before there's no way I could go back to IntelliJ. There's no way I could use anything else. Of course, at that point, I got a little bit curious. I went and jumped into Doom Max and Space Max, and I also did Space Vim and Neo Vim and did all this, and eventually I landed back on Vim, and I used that for years, and I loved it. And it's the reason why I use Vim still to this day, except for now I have switched back to Neo Vim. I do think Neo Vim is the best, and I'll explain why in just one second. But ultimately, using Vim in 2022, it has allowed me to customize and build something exactly the way I want it, being able to do exactly what I want to do at incredible speeds. I don't have to think anymore. I don't have to use my mouse. I don't have a lot of searching fatigue where I'm looking for the thing. I just do exactly what I want when I want to. And for me, that's super important during development. Last little note, why I use NeoVim, of course, more specifically. It has Tree Sitter, which allows me to have an AST write my editor so I can do things right there. It has a built-in LSP client. Very good, very fast, very swift. And lastly, and most bestestly, it uses Lua as its language for embedding and being able to write plugins. And Lua is a great language, right? Like VimScript is, it's a bespoke language for a bespoke editor. And Lua is used in a bunch of places, and it's well supported, and there's lots of great documentations, and it has nothing that's super confusing. So it's like fantastic to have, and I absolutely love it. If you're someone who uses VS Code and you ever, you're curious about using Vim, I do think it is a journey you should at least embark on. Understand what's on the other side, get fast, really understand these things. And ultimately, I think you'll become a better engineer for it. Because there's something that happens when you use Vim. You'll end up relying more on the command line. And you'll find yourself, I should learn how to use these really cool tools, these core utils. If you can learn how to use core utils, you will save so much time. I cannot tell you how many times a day I use little things to process logs, be able to strip out values, add things together, grep, replace, all that stuff. It's just shocking how good.
All right, that's it for today's stream, and I'll see you in the next one.